Hey, welcome back. Today's Swiss Army knife will be the Victorinox Automobile. Stay tuned and we'll check it out. The Victorinox Automobile is an older 91mm 3-layer knife right at 5/8 of an inch, scale to scale. It features red cellidor scales that usually has a St. Christopher inlay on the top scale. St. Christopher being the patron saint of the traveler. Now this model was also known as the Motorist in some areas, and is one of the few models that offers the metal saw metal file in a 3-layer knife, but this one also features the technician screwdriver in place of the small blade. Being an older knife, it carried a US model number of 8134 Mike Alpha and or an identifier number of 1.4642. Variants of this knife may also feature the Antique Auto inlay instead of the St. Christopher. The Antique Auto looks something like that. And many of these knives have a Victoria or Victorinox tang stamp. So we take note that we don't have any key ring or keychain on this model, but we do get the older style square Phillips with no file and no can key. And this model ran from about the 60s until 75, give or take. You have the pre-1985 Reamer All sharpened edge, no sewing eye, that ran from 61 to 85. You get this standard opening layer with the can opener, precision screwdriver, but due to the age of this knife it should have a patent stamp, but I don't see it. This could be a conundrum, or maybe the knife was repaired at one time. We get the cap lifter wire bender that includes the wire stripper and the hollow ground screwdriver. This style ran from 1951 till about 1980. With the older style of metal file with the nail nick. This style of file ran from 1952 to 1975. We get the standard main blade, but we take note that we have an Victorinox tang stamp. And on the back layer we have Victorinox Switzerland stainless Ross fry. This tang stamp ran from 1965 to 1973. And then we get that small technician screwdriver with a 90-degree stop. Kind of a unique tool, you don't see it on very many models. You get standard scale tools to include the toothpick, and the pre-78 tweezers with the aluminum tip. So I'm going to date this knife as about a 1968 to 1973 model based off of not having a shackle or bail and the tang stamp. Really the only tool in the lineup that doesn't match that date is the can opener, so that may have been changed out at some point. And get another look at that St. Christopher inlay, which is actually very nice. Some similar models to this are the Automobile Special at 3 layers that replaces the technician screwdriver with a small blade, and the St. Christopher inlay with an Antique Auto. You have the Clipper at 3 layers that replaces the technician screwdriver with a small blade, a Corkscrew replaces the back layer of Phillips, and the red cellidor scales have no inlay. The Grand Prix, or Grand Prix, at 4 layers, is a more recent model that adds scissors, replacing the technician's screwdriver with a small blade and an antique auto inlay. It may or may not feature the back layer fine screwdriver. And then there's a Luxury Automobile at 5 layers that adds scissors, wood saw, and a long nail file. So if you've enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe below, and as always, I appreciate your time. Stay tuned and be nice to one another.